There's a new definitive way to experience Pokemon Gen 4, and it's definitely not these games. First off, to get this out of the way, these games suck. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl versions are not the best way to play Gen 4. To start this conversation, we gotta start with this game. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl are extremely slow. The Pokemon variety is really bad. The gym pacing is also really bad for some reason. There's long stretches where you're not doing any gyms and then you're doing all of the gyms. What happened there? Pokemon Platinum here adds more Pokemon to the decks for greater variety. Even gives variety to trainer Pokemon like these collector classes that in the original Diamond and Pearl, they would have really terrible teams of the exact same Pokemon with nothing cool about them. But then in Platinum, they realized being a collector doesn't mean you have 3 Roselias. It in fact means you have cool Pokemon like Gible, Umbreon, Espeon, etc. But even so, Pokemon Platinum is not a perfect game. The next step up for the definitive Gen 4 experience is Pokemon Renegade Platinum. This is a ROM hack created by Drayano, who in my opinion is the godparent of the perfect type of ROM hack. It doesn't change a lot on the surface, it's more about things under the hood. This lets you catch every single Pokemon that was made up to Gen 4, makes trainer battles harder, brings Fairy type into the game as well as a couple of Fairy type moves, brings a bunch of quality of life changes. These include removing most of the HMs in the game, making TMs infinite, and even some cool stuff that new Pokemon games don't have, like having eggs almost hatch instantly. There's also a bunch of new content like new events and NPCs. There's a way to catch Pokemon like Mew and Celebi and Arceus. Trade evolutions are gone, and some Pokemon that had weird evolutions are also changed. Most of them are done through level up or an item now. Items have been moved around, moves have been edited, Pokemon types have been changed. Pokemon like Luxray, who's a pretty boring solo electric type, is now Electric Dark, which in my opinion, come on. When you look at Luxray, that's what you think he is. It's an amazing ROM hack that was the perfect way to play Gen 4 until now. There was another ROM hack that came out called Pokemon Following Platinum. It generated a lot of buzz because it pretty much ports over the feature from Heart Gold Soul Silver where Pokemon can follow you in the overworld. And it's not like the one in the park area where you can only kind of walk around in that small zone. You can walk anywhere with your Pokemon now. It's a really cool feature and a really cool ROM hack. And it was only held back by the fact that, well, it was just Pokemon Platinum, but now Pokemon could follow you. There's not really much of a reason to replay Platinum, but now Pokemon follow you. It's cool for maybe, a couple minutes. However, there has been a breakthrough in Pokemon ROM hack patching. You can now combine these 2 ROM hacks, Pokemon Following Platinum and Renegade Platinum. So you can play through Renegade Platinum with your Pokemon following you. There's also another patch called the Speed Up patch. It boosts the game to 60 frames per second. A lot of Pokemon fans, when they hear frames per second or FPS, they completely turn their brain off. They go, oh, I don't care about graphics in Pokemon, yada yada. For this one, you need to open your ears because this is a big deal. Remember how I said Diamond and Pearl are really sluggish? Platinum did speed up a couple of areas, but overall it's still kind of sluggish. The 60 FPS patch makes it so the entire game is super speedy. You'll be zooming through routes. Battles are super quick. It almost reminds me of Legends Arceus pace here where, Pokemon are just going back and forth super fast. At one point in the game, health bars become just instant. They just zip all the way down to 0. It really takes a lot of the downtime out of this really sluggish region. And obviously 60 frames per second just looks better than 30. But we're not done yet. There's another patch that can go on top of all of these that is actually a really weird mod in my opinion. Something I've never thought about before, but after installing it, I think it might be the most important mod here. This is the individual color variation ROM hack. This basically turns every Pokemon into Spinda, except instead of different dots, it's a different shade of what their original color is. And it's all based off their IVs. If you've watched my EVs and IVs video, you know that one of the things I wish Pokemon would do more is have more of a sense of individuality between different Pokemon. If you catch 2 Charmanders, unless one of them's shiny, they're pretty much the exact same Pokemon, especially to a casual player. But now with this, everybody's team will be different even if you have the exact same 6 Pokemon. I think it even changes some of the shiny Pokemon, but for the most part, this is a mod that changes the base Pokemon. You can see here's what a normal-ish Bidoof would look like, and here's a little bit of a Hue Shift one. I would be on this playing this version of Gen 4 right now, but I'm actually holding out for 2 ROM hacks that have yet to be completed. The first one is the Gen 5 graphics for Gen 4 mod. Gen 5 obviously is much newer than Gen 4, so it had a lot of graphical updates that Gen 4 did not have. The person behind this is somebody who I think just appreciates the beauty of Gen 4 and Gen 5 at the same time and wants to combine them. It looks amazing, and last I heard it's kind of close to being done, so whenever it drops, that would be a pretty amazing thing to add on to this already really cool ROM hack thing we have going on here. The second one is Mega Evolution. Somebody has already figured out how how to add Mega Evolutions to Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Right now, I think the original version, it doesn't really incorporate them into the game. Like, you don't really get the items. It's just kind of like, okay, it works. Now somebody else do something with this. And Drayano has already kind of talked about adding Mega Evolution to some of his Heart Gold, Soul Silver ROM hacks. So what I'm really hoping is that this will follow in the footsteps of following Platinum and be ported over to the Sinnoh region. I think Gen 4 really deserves Mega Evolution. I'm crushed still that BDSP had no Mega Evolution. I want to see Pokemon like Lucario and Garchomp get up in there. And this is really hoping for a lot, but it would be even cooler if there were brand new Megas in this game. And if you look back on some of these old Twitter threads from Drayano, the way they were talking about following Pokemon being in Renegade Platinum made it sound like it wasn't possible, or it just was going to take a while. And just within the last couple months, we saw a breakthrough to combine all these things together. So I think Mega Evolution in Sinnoh is not out of the question. So there you have it, folks. This is like the Smash Ultimate of Gen 4 ROM hacks. Let me know what you guys think about all these. Which one is your favorite? And if you could add a patch that we haven't seen yet into Gen 4, what would it be?